Hey guys, welcome back. Bold Spider here, and today we're going to be going over the new Sprite archetype, or Splite archetype, if you want to call it by that has been revealed tonight for Power of the Elements. It is our next lore theme, and I feel like that this deck is going to be the filler arc for the whole entire set. So let's get right into it, and you can easily tell that it's a level 2 spam deck, so you can use things like Frog, and many other things. Now, I know a little bit about the deck, about the cards, but let's get right into it. First off, we have Sprite Blue. This card is a level 2 Dark Thunder effect with 1100 attack, 1000 defense, and it states as follows: if you control a level 2 or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Sprite Blue once per turn this way. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Sprite monster from your deck to your hand, except Sprite Blue. You can only use this effect of Sprite Blue once per turn. So the first and second effect of this card's name is only once per turn each. And it's a free extender if you control a level or rank 2 monster. Next up, we have Sprite Jet. It's a level 2. They're all level 2s. You have a couple fires. You have a couple darks. They're all thunders though. And it has 1300 attack and 700 defense. And Sprite Jet is... you can only special summon this card through its first effect once per turn, and you can only use the second effect once per turn. If you control a level 2 or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this is special summoned, you can add a Sprite Spell or Trap card from your deck to your hand. So we have our Rhoda for the monsters, and we have our Rhodas for the spells and traps. After that, we have Sprite Pixies. It is 1400 attack and defense, level 2 Dark Thunder. And it states you can only use special summon this card through the first effect and the second and you can only use the second effect once per turn each. If you control a level or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. During damage calculation in a battle between a level, rank, or link 2 monster and opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, increase the attack and defense of the monster by the attack of your opponent's battling monster. So this card is just honest for the deck, and it's actually very good. Next up, we have the Sprite Red. It is a Fire Thunder monster, 1200 attack, 1800 defense, and you can only special summon this card through its first effect once per turn and the second effect once per turn. If you control a level or link 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you contribute one other level, rank, link 2 monster you control. Negate that effect. If you tributed a rank or a level 2 monster, you could also destroy that monster. So all of them are extenders, and they all get basic effects. So we have Rhoda, we have a Rhoda for spells, we have an Honest, and we have a Negator. And finally, we have Sprite Care. It is a Fire Thunder level 2, 1000 attack, 1900 defense. If you control a level 2 or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Of course, they all have the same summoning condition: Sprite Blue, Carrot, Pixie, and all of them. And when your opponent activates a spell or trap card or effect, quick effect, tribute one other level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monster you control. Negate that effect, and if you tribute a rank or link 2 monster, you can destroy that card. So this is just the opposite version of Red, but it just automatically does spells and traps. And finally, we're on the Exeed. And this card I know is scary. It is a Dark Rank 2 Thunder Exeed effect monster with 1600 attack and defense. Gigantic Sprite. It takes 2 level 2 monsters, super easy to summon, super generic, so any deck can use it. You can also use a Link 2 monster you control as a material for this card's Exeed summon. So this card is a Dingarisu for any Link 2. So any deck can run this. This card's original attack is doubled if it has a Fusion, Synchro, Exeed, or Link monster as a material. So it becomes 32/32. During your main phase, you can detach one material from this card you control, and if you do, special summon one level 2 monster from your deck. Also, for the rest of the turn, you can only special summon level 2, rank 2, and link 2 monsters. Now, it doesn't say a hard once per turn on the summon for using an Exeed material or a Link 2 material. That's completely fine. One of the things you could tutor out of the deck is Hero Kid. And Hero Kid summons out 2 more copies. So you can go into another Rank 2, or another Link 2. Most notably, you might be going into Sky Cavalry. And this card is absolutely fantastic. I definitely really like this card. Next up, we have our Sprite Elf. It's a Link 2 Fire Thunder with 1400 attack, and it points bottom left, bottom right. 2 monsters, including a level 2, rank 2, or Link 2 monsters. Cannot be used as Link material during the turn it was Link summoned, but you can still use it as an Exeed material for our Gigantic Sprite. Your opponent cannot target monsters this card points to with effects. This is very huge for the card, and I definitely like that effect. During the main phase, quick effect, you could target 2 level 2 monsters in your graveyard, or if your opponent controls a monster, you could also target rank 2 and link 2 monsters. Special summon them, you can only use this effect of Sprite Elf once per turn. This card is absolutely broken. In things like Paleozoic and Frogs, this card is the best Link monster to go into now. If you're playing Baby Raccoons, best one. If you're playing Melfi, this is the best one to go into. And also, you can run things like Tri-Brigade cards in it because you have Karis and your lovely Kit are level 2s. You have Bearbrum and Frigit are Link 2s. So you have ways to get into stuff that you need to do, which I really think that's cool. Next up, we have the Sprite Starter, and you can only activate 1 copy of this card per turn. Special summon 1 Sprite monster from your deck, and you lose life points equal to that monster's original attack, specifically lose. So you summon it out, you lose the life points that equals to the original attack, and for the rest of the turn, it locks you into special summoning level Link and rank 2 monsters. After that, we have the Spirit Gamma Burst. It's a quick play spell. Both of the spell cards are quick play spells, and you can only use 1 effect of this card's name once per turn. Increase the attack and defense of all level rank Link 2 monsters on the field by 1400, or during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 level rank or Link 2 monster you control. Increase that monster's attack by 1400 until the end of the turn. I see this being a 1 of, maybe a 0, but so far these cards are pretty insane. And the final card here, we have Spirit's Smasher. This card has the 4 effects, so you know it's going to be good. Or 3 effects. You can only activate 1 copy of this card per turn. You can banish either 1 Sprigans, Therians, or Sprite monsters from your graveyard and activate 1 of the following effects. Special summon a Sprigans monster from your deck, special summon a Therians monster from your graveyard, or banish 1 level rank or link 2 monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls, and this is a non-targeting effect. This card is insane because it is for 3 different decks. And giving a consistency boost to Therians or Sprigans is very good. I want to know what you guys think about this Spirit archetype or Sprite archetype. I definitely would say that this deck is very promising in the meta because there's a lot of options you could do, which I do have some of the level 2 psychic monsters that you could do if you want to run on the lines of an emergency teleport. You have your Cyframe cards, you have Krebons, you have a few cards here and there, but for level 2s all together, there's so many just to go through, and the only ones I could really think of that you could use are things like Ojamas, maybe. You can use things like Morphages if you really want to. Crawlers is an excellent one to go off of because I think all of them are level 2 and link 2s, so crawlers get indirect support. But I want to know what you guys think about these cards. These cards, in my opinion, have a very good prime spot that they could become meta. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.